2013, I enlisted in the United States Navy. I served in the Navy for 9.5 years. In 2022, I took the leap of faith and got out of the military to pursue real estate full-time. It was a scary decision. However, it is something that I do not regret. If you are aspiring to become a realtor, maybe you're in the military and you're wanting to get out to become a realtor, or maybe you have another full-time job and you're wanting to pursue real estate full-time, stay tuned because this video is for you. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is the channel where we are discussing all things real estate. My name is Whitney Michael. I'm a local realtor here in the Hampton Roads area. Do me a favor, if you are finding my content valuable or entertaining, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you stay in tune for this real estate journey. All right, let's talk about today's subject, going from military to full-time real estate. So like I said, in 2013, I was 25. I decided to join the United States Navy. I didn't have any children, no husband at the time. It was just something that I felt like I needed to do. I needed to get out of my situation, kind of create a better life for myself. So I had began talking to my family, my mother, my sister, my cousins, my pastors, and everyone was for it. A lot of people said, go. Funny thing, I had to lose a lot of weight to join the military. I think I lost more than I needed to, but I lost 50 pounds and I did it within 3 months. I was that determined to go to the military. I'm the type of person that typically, once my mind is set on something, I'm going to do it. So I enlisted in the military April 9th, 2013. My very first experience in the Navy, I was flown to Africa and I had to stay in a tent in Djibouti, Africa for about 2 weeks. It was a pretty terrible experience. One of the craziest experiences I've had in the Navy. So fast forward, I meet my husband. We met in 2013 and we got married in 2016. So 2017 goes by 2018. I'm still in the military, serving. The military wasn't bad for me. It's actually one of the easiest checks I've ever gotten. So I'm at my command and a guy walks in. His name is Eddie Knox. And he was studying for something, he was very intent about what he was doing. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm studying for my real estate exam. I'm like, I had never thought about real estate. We purchased our home in 2017, but real estate never really crossed my mind again. Long & Foster offers the classes free for military. Now, when he said free, my ears perked up because I like free things. So after he tells me the classes are free, the idea is running in my head. So I go home and I tell my husband, I'm like, I'm thinking about getting my real estate license. It's free for military, so why not? I have nothing to lose. My husband is an extremely supportive man. He supports anything that I want to do. I'm going to these classes at Long & Foster. Now, the real estate classes do not teach you how to become a great realtor. It teaches you the law side of it, the legal side. So what I did, I started Googling, how to study for the real estate exam. I was very determined. So I came across this website, www.prepagent.com. It was a complete game changer for me. So I was using prepagent.com along with the study material that I was getting for the real estate class. So prepagent.com has all kinds of example quizzes, vocabulary, math questions, practice state exams. After I completed the class, I waited about 1, maybe 2 weeks. It was a wait time in order for me to take my test. And I went in there and took my test. Of course, I'm nervous. I'm sweating. Oh my gosh, am I gonna pass? So take the test, took my state portion, took my national portion. Boom, it pops up green on the computer. I passed my first time up, and I'm telling you, a big part of it was prepagent.com. We're excited. My husband is excited. Woo! We're going out to celebrate. So what do we do now? I have this real estate license. Do I just start selling real estate? What do I do? Now I have to find a brokerage. So remember, if you are getting into real estate, you are actually interviewing that brokerage. I went to Google and seen what questions I should ask the broker. But you remember, you are interviewing them so you can hang your license there. Because as a realtor, you are an independent contractor, meaning you have your own business. That is not something I realized when I got into real estate. I just thought I'm going to be selling houses. I didn't realize it was a business. Like, I am a business owner. That's one thing that you need to remember whenever you do get into real estate. So I recommend, whenever you are in the interviewing process for your brokerage, interview at least 3 brokerages. I interviewed Keller Williams, I believe it was Berkshire Hathaway, and there was another company, I just cannot remember the name of it. But either way, I decided to go with Keller Williams Coastal Virginia, and I have 0 regrets about it. I chose Keller Williams because I needed someone to teach me the business of real estate. I didn't care too much about splits, you know, how much money I was going to get. So I needed someone to teach me the business of real estate because I needed to know what I was doing. A lot of times when people get into real estate, they have no clue what they're doing, but they're at a 100% brokerage that may not offer that much training. So whatever brokerage you choose what's important to you. If the money is important to you, then you may want to consider going with a 100% commission brokerage. If training is important to you, find a brokerage that has a very good training program. You want to make sure your broker is available to you and make sure you're surrounded by other agents who are willing to help you, because honestly, real estate can be a dog-eat-dog world. A lot of people on the internet won't say that. Real estate can get downright ugly. It can be tiring. It can be stressful. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. Well, I have to find some clients. I have no idea how to find clients. So, you know, I kind of start talking to a few people. You know, I'm doing the typical things that agents do. Held an open house or 2. So the way I got my first client, I posted an ad on Instagram. You know, I'm just shooting my shot. Let's see what happens. And I had this huge, this picture of me. I got the key made, you know, the real estate key, says sold by Whitney or something like that. Had my number on it, had my face on it. Of course, I had my arms crossed, you know, the new Realtor stance with the key. So somebody sends me a message and she's like, hey, I'm looking for a property in Norfolk. Natasha Hardy was my very first client. She's what I like to call one of my MVP clients. We've closed several transactions together, went to her wedding. I've helped her husband, who's her husband now, purchase properties. So she's one of my favorites. She sends me the message and I'm like, okay, great. Can you meet me at the Keller Williams office? She's like, yeah, we set up a time. Keep in mind, I've never met with anyone who wanted to purchase real estate. So I'm reaching out to agents in the office. Several agents responded, but the first one that responded was Katrina Thomas, and you know, she brought me into her office, told me what to do, things to say. She said, make sure you get your buyer broker agreement signed. I'm like, okay. And she said, this will let you know if this person is serious or not. So, you know, again, I'm sweating. I'm getting ready to go into the room and meet Natasha. I walk in, hey, how you doing? I'm Whitney. Keep in mind, on the inside, my heart is beating fast. I'm nervous. Oh my God, what do I do? And, you know, we're talking and she's telling me she's looking for a multifamily, a duplex in Norfolk. I'm like, okay, you know, and I'm just kind of going through the things Katrina said. On the inside, I'm praying like, Lord, I hope I'm doing this right. I hope she goes with me. And I say, you know, here's my buyer broker agreement. If you could go ahead and sign that. And she signed it. I'm like, okay. So I have my first client, you know, and it came from Instagram. I said, well, why did you choose me, you know, of all the agents? She said, I seen your picture and you had a nice smile. I liked your face. You look nice. I said, I guess it does pay to smile. So that's how we met. So we're looking at properties. We find one. It's been sitting on the market for a little while. So I'm like, okay, let me write up this offer. no idea what I'm doing, but I'm kind of winging it. Kind of have somebody, it might have been Katrina, someone helping me, kind of coaching me through writing the offer. So we submit the offer. The agent, she rejects the offer, and I'm like, your property's been sitting, why are you not accepting my offer? Evidently I did something wrong. Still don't know to this day, but she rejected our offer 2, maybe 3 times before even accepting the offer. And she was mean. She was not a nice lady. She was an older lady, and she was not, like, I can't say it enough, she wasn't nice. And this is my first transaction. So my first transaction was rejected 3 times before it was even accepted. And you know, after that second time it was rejected, she wrote big rejected across it, underlined it, and I'm like, okay. I started crying. I cried my first transaction because it was rejected 3 times, and I didn't know what I was doing wrong, you know. So I said, okay, I'm telling my husband, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe real estate is not the career for me. My husband, being that supportive man, built me up. Get back out there, girl. So I said, okay, we're going to try this offer one more time because this lady, you know, the property is sitting. What's going on? So I wrote the offer, had somebody review it. They said it's good. Boom. 4th time the offer gets accepted. We go through the home inspection. You know, I'm doing everything as I have someone kind of walking me through the process. So we go through the home inspection. Everything's good. We are about to close on the property. Now, this is the reason I decided to stay in real estate. The reaction of the clients whenever you help them close on the buying or selling of a home, it is unmatched. Natasha's reaction made me say, wow, I'm really helping change lives. It was a complete game changer for me. So that little piece is what made me say, this is what I want to do. So as time goes on, I'm starting to build my clientele. I'm not this secret agent anymore. I'm telling people, hey, I'm in real estate. You know, I'm starting to do content. I'm putting out information. I'm trying to educate people about real estate as I learn about real estate. The big thing is educating people for me. That's just what I like to do. Now, the entire time, you know, I'm in the military. I'm a new mom, and my husband is gone, and I have this new career. So all of this is going on at one time. But what I was doing, I was building my clientele before I even got out of the military without realizing it. Because at the time, I didn't know I was going to get out of the military. So I would tell people, hey, I'm in real estate. And the next thing you know, people would come into work asking me what the market is doing. And they just, hey, I want to buy with you. I want to sell with you, you know. And it may have just been because of the type of person I am. I say it's nothing but God. He looked out for us. I cannot stress it enough. So the one thing I'll tell you about transitioning into real estate full-time, I highly recommend building your clientele before you get out and saving some money. Real estate is a commission-based career, so you want to have some money put up in case you don't have a closing for a little while. So for me, keep in mind all the things that are going on. I have this kid, my husband's gone. I'm in the military. The military can be very straining at times, but I'm still going. And so when I would get off of work from the military, I would go to showings. I would hold open houses. Sometimes I would have to take our daughter with us. I was exhausted. I cannot stress it enough. Transitioning, building clientele while I was active duty, I was extremely tired. I remember just calling my cousin one time saying, hey, I'm in the neighborhood and I'm in between showings. I have a little while. I just need to lay down. I'm tired. Can I please just lay on your couch? Of course, she let me lay down. I got some rest, but that is one of the moments that I knew, hey, this is exhausting. You know, a lot of times on the internet, you'll see real estate painted out to be this glamorous thing, and it can be, but you have to put in the work. You have to lead generate. You have to talk to people. it can be exhausting. You're going back and forth from showing to showing to showing. I've worked with a buyer for over a year in finding a home. You will be tired, but if you put in the work, it is absolutely worth it. So I'm putting in the work. You know, my husband's away. Probably we started having the conversation in 2021, and I'm like, it might be time for me to get out of the military. It was almost my time to go back to sea. We had already had our second daughter. I didn't want to leave the children. I love real estate. Being at home when your spouse is away on deployment for 9 months, it is a lot. You know, I'm at home with 2 kids now, active duty, building a real estate career. It's a lot. And so there were times I thought I wasn't going to make it. I really thought I was going to lose my mind. And here it is. I have this real estate career that I love. The military is good because it's providing that consistent paycheck on the 1st and 15th. I personally did not want my husband to experience the things I experienced while he was away, taking care of 2 kids and just managing everything. It's a lot, and I felt like I had the opportunity to get out and do something that I truly love. So I'm having the conversation with my husband. He's like, you know, I agree. I think it might be time. I'm having the conversation with people at church, and they're like, they see it, you know, you pray about it, see if this is what you're supposed to do. And lo and behold, I ended up getting out of the military in 2022 to pursue real estate full time. I have zero regrets. It is something that I have so much peace with now. Now, when I first transitioned, I'm like, you know, I don't really know what's going to happen when I get out. The military is providing this 1st and the 15th paycheck. But now being in real estate, God has provided the opportunity to where I can get paid on the 1st, I can get paid on the 7th, I can get paid on the 21st. You know, there are multiple opportunities with being in real estate. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. It is not easy. There are some days where I'm just worn out. Like I said, you cannot believe everything you see on social media. It is not all glamorous. It is not all beautiful. The money just doesn't come flowing in. You have to work. You have to lead generate. Lead generating is a big thing, and it's still at times a big struggle of mine. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. People say, hey, I want to get into real estate because you have flexible hours. Huh? Man, sometimes you'll work a 12 to 14 hour day driving back and forth to different cities, writing contracts. So what I'm telling you is, before you get out, make sure you understand what you are getting into. And don't think that just because you have your real estate license, people are going to flock to you. There will be times where your own family won't use you, your own friends won't use you as your realtor, and you have to be prepared to accept that. You have to have thick skin to be in this game, to be in the real estate game. So make sure you understand the process before you decide to get out. For me, I absolutely love it. Again, I have zero regrets. So if you're wanting to get your real estate license, I highly suggest finding a real estate school, starting there, studying, use prepagent.com. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything about getting your real estate license, talk to me. I'm an open book, and I'm going to keep it very, very real with you. We like to say honest, open, and transparent. We're keeping it hot when it comes to real estate. I hope this video helps you. I hope it has encouraged you in some way, shape, or form. Once again, if you find my content valuable or entertaining, please just hit that subscribe button. Come join us on this real estate journey. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.